Have you ever felt like no matter how much money you earn, it just disappears? At the end of the month, you're left wondering, where did it all go? I used to feel exactly like that. I wasn't broke, but I wasn't saving anything either. My money was just slipping away without me even realizing it. Then I decided to make a change, not a big dramatic change. I didn't suddenly become extremely strict or stop enjoying life. Instead, I focused on small, simple habits, and over time, those habits completely transformed my finances. In fact, they helped me save over $10,000. In this video, I'm going to share the 20 frugal living habits that made that possible, and the best part is, you can start using them today. Let's start with the first one. The first habit that changed everything for me was tracking every expense. This might sound boring, but it's incredibly powerful. I started writing down every single thing I spent money on, even the smallest purchases like snacks, tea, or random online orders. And what I discovered shocked me. I was wasting money on things I didn't even care about. Once I became aware of where my money was going, it became much easier to control it, because the truth is simple: if you don't track your money, you can't manage it. The next habit is something that silently destroys your savings. Impulse buying. We've all done it. You see something online or in a store, and suddenly you feel like you need it. So you buy it, but later, you realize you didn't really need it at all. To fix this, I started using a simple rule, the 24-hour rule. Whenever I wanted to buy something, I forced myself to wait 24 hours, and most of the time, the urge disappeared. This one habit alone saved me hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars. Another powerful habit was cooking more at home. Eating out is convenient, but it's also expensive. When I started preparing my meals at home, I noticed two things. First, I was saving a lot of money. Second, I was eating healthier. Even replacing a few restaurant meals each week can make a huge difference over time. Then I started using a budget. Now, a lot of people think budgeting is restrictive, but it's actually freeing. A budget simply tells your money where to go. Instead of wondering where it went, I divided my income into categories: essentials, savings, and personal spending, and suddenly, everything became clear. I was in control. Another important habit was buying only what I truly needed. This sounds obvious, but it's harder than it seems. We often buy things just because they're on sale or trending, but I started asking myself one simple question before every purchase: do I really need this? If the answer was no, I didn't buy it. That one question saved me a lot of money. Next, I looked at my subscriptions, streaming services, apps, memberships. I realized I was paying for things I barely used. So I canceled everything unnecessary. And just like that, I reduced my monthly expenses without affecting my lifestyle. Another interesting habit I adopted was using cash. Sometimes, when you pay with cash, you actually feel the money leaving your hands. That feeling makes you more careful. Digital payments are convenient, but they also make it easy to overspend without noticing. So using cash for certain expenses helped me stay more aware. Avoiding unnecessary debt was another major change. Debt can quietly drain your finances because of interest. So I made it a rule to avoid borrowing unless absolutely necessary. And if I already had debt, I focused on paying it off as quickly as possible. Shopping with a list also made a big difference. Before going to the store, I always made a list of what I needed, and I stuck to it. This prevented random purchases and helped me stay focused. Another habit that helped me save money was comparing prices. Instead of buying the first thing I saw, I started checking different options. Sometimes the same product was available at a much lower price somewhere else. That small effort saved me money again and again. Buying in bulk was also useful, but only for things I regularly use. For example, groceries or household items. When done wisely, bulk buying reduces cost per item and saves money over time. I also started using discounts, deals, and coupons. At first, it didn't seem like a big deal, but over time, those small savings added up. Another area where I saved money was utility bills. Simple habits like turning off lights, using less water, and being mindful of electricity usage helped reduce my monthly bills. It may not seem like much, but it adds up over time. I also learned to limit entertainment spending. You don't need to spend a lot of money to enjoy life. There are many free or low-cost ways to have fun. Once I realized that, I stopped overspending on unnecessary entertainment. Selling unused items was another great habit. I looked around my home and found things I no longer needed, instead of letting them collect dust. I sold them. This not only gave me extra cash, but also helped declutter my space. Setting clear saving goals also kept me motivated. When you have a purpose for saving money, it becomes easier. Whether it's an emergency fund, travel, or investment, goals give direction. I also automated my savings. Instead of relying on willpower, I set up automatic transfers. So every month, a portion of my income went directly into savings. This made saving effortless. Avoiding lifestyle inflation was another key habit. When your income increases, it's tempting to increase your spending too, but I chose to keep my lifestyle simple and save the extra money instead. Learning about money also played a big role. The more I understood personal finance, the better decisions I made. And finally, the most important habit of all, consistency. None of these habits work overnight, but when you apply them consistently, the results are powerful. Saving money is not about being cheap, it's about being smart with your choices. You don't have to follow all 20 habits at once. Start small, pick 2 or 3 habits, and begin today. Over time, they will grow into something big. And if I was able to save thousands just by changing my habits, you can do it too. If you found this helpful, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs to save money, and I'll see you in the next video.